God didn't bring you this far to leave you. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. Why do you think he keeps waking you up? Because he got more for you.
And literally, the far majority of this room is not going to take advantage of it because of the insecurity of worrying about somebody who they don't even know leaving a comment that they're ugly.
You have got to make a declaration. Don't stop. That this is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health.
Somebody is waiting for you to give up. Someone is waiting for you to fall. So don't just talk about your hustle. Don't just talk about how much you're studying. Show me. Every single one of us only has 24 hours in a day. That includes me. That includes you. That includes your friends, your teachers, your parents. It also includes Bill Gates, Richard Branson, and Will Smith. And so if you only have 24 hours a day, your success is solely dependent on how you use that 24 hours. How many of your 24 do you spend mindlessly scrolling through social media, or on the phone to friends, or watching aimless videos on YouTube? So what's the difference between someone who is successful in their education or in business, or however you want to define it?
He got way more for you. He got plans for you. But he needs your faith. He just needs you to call on him. He needs you to dust off your imagination and just go for it. You got to try. Quit waking up thinking you ain't got no say-so in your life. You have a choice in this matter. You can't stop what happened to you, but you can doggone sure do something about what happened to you. Life is 10% what happened to you, is 90% what you do about it. Somebody in your family gonna die. Somebody in here gonna get fired. Somebody here gonna get an eviction notice. Somebody gonna get laid off. Somebody company gonna close. That's life.
Are you literally not going to take advantage of the actual ability to be happy and successful because somebody comes on your account and says you're stupid? But this is what's playing out. This is what's happening. I mean, look at different cultures. On the way here, do you know that one of the biggest things that was DM'd here is that there's a lot of people coming here by themselves and they wanted advice how to say hello to somebody that they didn't know? What are you scared of? They're gonna bite you? We are living in a very fascinating time. A very fascinating time. It reminds me of when new countries are born and people buy up real estate. The attention of this room is real estate. You're trying to get it. Everybody's living on these things. It's gonna happen more, not less.
Somebody you love gonna break up with you. That's life. But what you gonna do about it though? Since it's gonna happen anyway. Trust me. Go home and ask God to open up your imagination and then pursue it with everything in you and watch what he do for you. Appreciate y'all. Everybody wants to be successful and everybody wants to be happy. I'm gonna tell you something about that. And that happiness and success is available for every last one of you. But I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna have to do. You gotta change your mindset. Planning on being successful, you have to change this here. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is right here. It ain't no different. It ain't none. I ain't got no more than none of y'all got. God gave me the same thing he gave y'all. God loved me the same as he loved all y'all. He don't love me more than he loved you.
You can judge it, that's fine, but that's what's gonna happen. And so if you are not producing words and videos and sounds for these 7 platforms, you almost don't exist. Now, what you say though matters very much. And let me give you a couple advice points from somebody who's really won. The number one thing you have to always do is talk about what you know. I watch people try to talk about stuff they don't know every single day because it's hot. Whether it's cannabis or sports betting or blockchain or social media, people start talking about things they don't know anything about because they're trying to grab. They think they're gonna get a fast score. Everybody wants a fast score. Do you know how many people have emailed me crying about buying Bitcoin at 10,000 a coin? Because it was gonna be 100,000 in a year. People are looking for fast scores. You know how many people here spent $800 on a course because it was gonna happen fast? Fast is bad. Fast is bad. Fast if you have talent and the right intent is amazing. Fast if you want cash immediately. So please understand the world you're living in. Take it into context. Understand how remarkable this era is.
That you're working to your full potential, but it depends where your group of friends have set the bar. Let me explain. If you run the 100-meter sprint with a group of people that can't run as fast as you, of course you'll win quite easily. It wouldn't take much effort, but if you run against people that are much faster than you, might come 6th or 7th place or even last, but it would push you and inspire you to run faster. It would make you push that little bit more. Instead of training 3 days a week, you might start training 5 days a week, and it doesn't matter that you came In last place, your time is faster. That's why you need to surround yourself with people that are better than you. It's these people that will push you up and encourage you and motivate you. There's a quote, you become the average of the 5 people.
You want it, and you're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. You've got to make those kind of declarations to yourself. I'm unstoppable. This will not get me down. The challenges of life.
You need some kind of trophy that proves that he that is in you is greater than he that's after you. Glory to God. We're not going to live and die and shout and fall out and talk in tongues and not produce anything. When Jesus came down to the seashore and saw the disciples who had been fishing all night, he didn't ask them how long had they been fishing. He said, have you caught anything? He didn't ask them, how old are you? He said, have you caught anything? Hope is an expected end. I'm going to build something. I'm going to make something happen.
But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition and the next audition and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed. But I continued to fail and fail and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're going to get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. Someone talked about it. Won the Tony Award. And I didn't have to sing, by the way.
I am not going to live and die and not leave anything in the earth as a sign that I was here. I'm going to build something. I'm going to leave stones as a memorial. I'm going to leave an ark on a hill. I'm going to leave some sort of sign that my children and my children's children will know that when I passed through the world, the Lord was with me. I will not settle. Even if I have to start over, even if it took longer than I expected, even if I have to make payments, even if I have to crawl on my belly.
So when you begin to look at your past, give an interpretation that empowers you. That's where I used to be. That's not where I am now. I'm growing.
I will not settle. I will not settle. I will not do it. I will fight you every morning. You whip me on Tuesday, you're going to have to whip me on Wednesday.
But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, and I'll pick up the pace, the point is every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? Put God first. Put God first in everything you do. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, everything that I have is by the grace of God. Understand that. It's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, it was 40 years ago, just this past March.
You spend the most time with because their characteristics and habits and ways of doing things will rub off on you. If your friends are all letting life pass them by and they don't prioritize their studying, then it's likely that behavior will rub off on you too. It's one of the single biggest improvements you can make to your life to evaluate and, if necessary, upgrade people you spend the most time with. As Will Smith once said, as a child, my parents always told me you can be whatever you want to be, you can do whatever you want to do, but I didn't totally believe it. Yet I went out into the world and I carried myself and I held my head high and I stood there and I looked people in their eyes